guys, this is FX and welcome to the weekly analysis on the volatility indices. Today we'll be looking at where is the market heading, right? As you can see clearly, we're still in a valid uptrend because we created a new high there, right? This is a valid uptrend signaling the market is still on a nice uptrend there. So we need to see, right? You could see the market has been ranging between these zones and this zone here because we got a nice zone here on the highest time frame, right? You could see that the market is ranging between those zones, right? So right now you can see we're in a bullish stop. So right now the most important stop is we still have an imbalance above here that needs to be mitigated. So ideally we know that the market is going up. But right now, as you can see, we came back here. If this imbalance are not to be counted, the market won't reach the zone, right? The market won't reach the zone. So ideally, we are looking for the market to continue going up, right? This is our trend line, and the market has fully come to this particular zone, right? So let's go down to the smaller time frame to see exactly what the market is doing, like the 4 hours. So you could see the ranging zone. We said the market is ranging, right? You could see here that the market is actually ranging as speculated. So right now, as you can see, we have this multiple zone here, and you know what happened. The last movement was a bearish one, and then we entered a ranging zone here on VIX25. Can you see that? So this is a nice opportunity here. For those who are looking to buy, we'll be buying here. For those who are looking to sell, we'll be selling here onto the market decide where it's going, right? So ideally, we'll be speculating on of this move to happen. After the bearish move, we break out and then we start our rally back up. Ideally, you know, on the overall time frame that this was a nice correction we are in, right? So once the correction is done, this is what we call accumulation area or liquidity, right? This particular zone is adding up enough liquidity then to decide where the market is going. But our first analysis shows that the market is on a bullish trend, so we're looking forward the market to break out of the consolidating zone and then we spike up to the upside, right? So that was exactly what was. That was just a short one there on VIX25, right? We know we are approaching the end of a correction and we should be expecting an impulse to the upside. You could see it's just an easy one on the volatility pairs, right? It's a straightforward one. Until we see the overall direction of the market, we know it's going to be a bullish one. So after the breakout, we would like. But right now, we'll be trading between these zones, right? We sell here, we take profit here. We buy here, we take profit here, right? We sell here, we take profit here. So right now, we are looking to buy more to the upside. So that's it for VIX25. Let's move to the other. So hello guys, this is VIX10, right? You could see we sold this nice bearish move there on VIX10, right? And capitalizing on what? A bearish continuational pattern there. So what we'll be expecting now is to see a clean breakout out of this particular zone to keep selling the market to the downside. As you can see, this is a bearish continuational pattern. So what we're just expecting for the market to do is to ideally give us a clean breakout and a retest, then we'll continue selling the market to the downside, right? We have seen the pattern is a bearish one. As you can see here, and overall, right, we are in a bearish market. You can see that we are overall in a bearish market, but things like this could be, if we do not quickly break out of the trend, we might go back up until we hit the trend line here, and then we look for more sales, right? We look for more sales to the downside. So ideally, if this doesn't play out, it's going to be a clean breakout at around this particular zone. Then we'll be looking to sell the market to the downside. So this is an overall bearish market here and a nice opportunity for me to look for sales, right, on this particular market on VIX. So it's a straightforward one. We're going to look and then we'll continue selling the market to the downside. So that's it for VIX10. Let's move to the other pair. Well, there's this VIX25S. As you can see on VIX25S, we'll be looking for what? A bullish continuation pattern, because we have nice fair value gap that needs to be filled up to this particular zone here. Up to this particular zone here, this is where we're expecting the market to come to. So ideally, right, you could see that the market is going for a correction here. After the correction, we spike up, right, and then we go for another impulse. So the correction will be ending around this particular zone. We come back for a retest, and then we continue. There's still another order block here that needs to be completed. So as you can see here, we have a rejectional zone, so which is telling us that the market is going for a nice correction there. So what are we supposed to be expecting? Let's go down to the smaller time frame, like the 4 hours, to see a clean zone to know exactly where the market is going to. So as we saw there, it's going to be a bearish rejection there because of this resistance zone, but nicely there, it's going to be a nice sell. It's going to be a nice sell because we have double top there at the resistance zone. It's going to be a nice sell to the downside. So ideally, I can see a nice opportunity here to keep on selling VIX25 to the downside, and then we continue up. Hope you understand. So there's a nice setup there on VIX25. If you go to the 1 hour time frame, you're still going to see that same particular movement there on VIX25, right? These are a lot of opportunity here to grab until the market goes into the correction, comes back down, then we start looking for spikes to the upside. So that was a quick one on VIX25. We are heading up until we feel we need to get the other blocks we saw on the higher time frame. So that's it for VIX25S. Let's move to the other pair. So look guys, this is VIX50, and you can see here we were previously on a nice downtrend here from here to here, right? You could see this is where we are, and right now, as you can see, we did a clean breakout and then a retest, right? So the last high after the breakout, this is where the breakout happened, and right now you see we got support there. So it's going to be what? It's going to be a clean bullish continuation to the upside. But let's see, since we're trading above that zone, then that means our breakout and retest has played out very well, and the last high are still valid there. You could see this is where we had our nice last high. So this is a confirmation that we're going to continue looking for more bullish push to the upside. So let's go to the 4 hours time frame to see exactly what the market is doing. I want to get a zone that we've broken out of the 4 hours trend, and we are looking for more buys to the upside. Ideally, yes, that's exactly what the market did. Right, we broke out of the 4 hours time frame, came back for a retest, and it's going to be a continuous bullish movement to the upside, guys. So this is a nice bullish trend to the upside, right? We've seen a clean breakout on the 24 hours time frame, and it's going to give us a nice support that the market is going to continue going up, right? It's going to continue going up. So ideally, there's an imbalance here, but fully, since we have a zone now, the market came back to mitigate it, and then we'll now be looking for more bullish push to the upside. Understand? So VIX50 is on a nice momentum to keep on buying because of the support zones we have here. So it's going to be a little bit of push to the upside, but right now you could see we're still in a we're still in a valid uptrend, because if you connect our trends, we are still in a valid uptrend. So we're going to be looking for more buys to the upside. So if you go to the smaller time frame, you're still going to see that same particular zone on the 1 hour, which support our analysis, right? You could see it came back for a retest, and then we'll be looking for more bullish push to the upside. So that's it for VIX50. We'll move to the other pair. So hello guys, this is VIX75, and you could see cleanly here on VIX75 we are also ranging, right? As you could see, we're also ranging on VIX25. We caught this nice sell there on VIX75, which is now a bearish trend, right? We're selling this particular market to the downside. So we are ranging between two zones, this zone. So these are straightforward pairs that will just be buying and selling at the same time until it gathers enough liquidity on this particular box and then choose a particular direction to go. So let's go down to the 4 hours time frame to see exactly what the market is doing. So let's load it up. So it has come up, and right now, as you can see, with the fair value gaps doing left, that's to tell you that the market is leaving unfinished business, and we have another fair value gap just above this zone. So ideally, right, this was the last high on the 4 hours time frame. So ideally, we should be going for another impulse. So ideally, we should be looking for nice buy setup up, right? Right, and then maybe we get rejected back, and then we continue our zones, right? We continue the consolidating zones, understand? But with this, with what we have seen here, this particular zone has been fully mitigated. Now we have other blocks at the top that the market needs to fully mitigate also, right? So guys, if we go down to the smaller time frame, we could see another zones there that yes, the market is already picking momentum to start looking for buys to move up, right? But we have fully mitigated this particular zone, and we are getting ready to start looking for buys. You could see here. So ideally, once this particular zone has been broken, we'll now be looking forward. We'll now be looking for buys. We'll now be looking for buys. So ideally, I'll be expecting the market to break out, right, and then come back for a retest, and then we start looking for buys to the upside, right? This is where we need to come and see what the market will fully mitigate that other block, and then we'll continue the ranging market. So that's it that's a short one there, a fast one there on VIX75, right? That's the first one there on VIX75. So let's see how it plays out. Let's move to the other pair. Let me see. VIX. Yes, let's move to VIX75S. Okay, guys, this is VIX75S. Let's load it up on this higher time frame. I doubt if we can get 24 hours. Okay, that's a very good one. We got a nice 24 hours time frame on this one. So ideally, VIX75S is still on a valid uptrend, right? We are on a retracement, and we sold that retracement on the community, right? As you can see here, we are in a nice retracement there, and if this retracement doesn't stop here, we might be seeing ourselves changing directions. And if the direction is changed, we just wait for a full change of direction, and then we continue selling the market to downside. But right now, we're still on a valid uptrend. So let's go to the 4 hours time frame to see. So you see here on the 4 hours time frame, you could see we went for a nice correction there, and the market is still on the corrections, right? So the corrections should be rounding up, but if we get a change of direction, we're going to keep selling the market to the downside. But right now, we're still in a valid uptrend there. So it's still a buy for me. It's still a buy setup for me for VIX75. And since we got multiple rejections here, That could be the reason why you see the markets trying to change direction. And changing direction on this particular market is going to be a long ride, right? It's going to be a long ride, right? Because we need to break this low to confirm we are in a bearish trend. And let's see, is there any unfinished business? I think it's just this particular imbalance here, but I doubt if the market is going to reach that zone. But if it's going to reach there, then we're going to cleanly break the trend line and the retest will be a fake out. So we're going to patiently wait for the market to do the needful. After the market does the needful, we'll be looking for setups, right, to get into the market. So that's it. That's a short one also for VIX75. A very, very straight pair. We're going to be making a lot of money this week by the grace of God. Hello guys, this VIX10, right? As you can see, VIX10 has been in a consolidating zones now for days, right? But with the analysis we are getting here, right? With the analysis we're getting here, it's gonna be a bearish continuation pattern here. So VIX100 has been on the sell for years now, for years. So this is going to be a woefully, right? It's going to be a nice bearish continuation pattern because as you can see here, we're in a bearish trend. We need to see a clean breakout here to confirm the sells, right? To confirm the sells to the downside. As you can see, we are making new lows. We're making new lows, which confirms we're going to be in a bearish continuation. But the most important stuff, right, that the bearish continuation won't last for a long time is because we have some nice imbalance here that the market needs to fill. But with the pattern we're seeing here, is a bearish one. It could be a short one, maybe after the breakout happens, right? The market can just fake out and then continue back up, right? And make sure to fill up this zone here before continuing down again, because that's exactly what VIX100 has been doing for days, for week now. As you can see, any corrections you see, it's just going to be a room for it to spike, continue spiking down. But with the correction we're seeing here, we're going to see a nice bearish fallout on VIX100. So that's it guys for the week, and we'll be checking out, and then we'll be taking nice trade this week, right? This is by FX and I'm checking out.